Hello, Dino here, and welcome to another video series of the Limitless Hair Expert. The subject today is how to evaluate all the different methods of hair addition. Now, when I say hair addition, I mean methods of adding hair. They could mean hair systems, they could mean hair extensions, hair weaves, methods of adding hair. Here's a good way to evaluate this. You have to look at all the different ways under different categories. Because in the industry, there's literally hundreds of different names and methods of adding hair. So it can be quite confusing to you. So here's how you have to look at it. There's categories. The first category is a hair replacement, sometimes called a hair unit, a hair system. When they do a hair replacement, there are as many different names of different hair replacements because all these different companies put their own name to it, okay? So it could sound confusing, but it still is under one particular category, and that is a hair system, a hair replacement. Now, when you do a hair system or hair replacement, it's some sort of unit, as they call it, a base, and is made that is put on top of your hair. Now, this is usually for severe hair loss. The reason why it's for severe hair loss is because they're going to take this base and cover your existing hair. And in most cases, they will actually shave your existing hair off to add this hair unit on top. So you will lose hair to add hair. But that's one category, hair systems. Another category is hair extensions and hair weaves. Now, there's many different names and different methods of hair extensions and hair weaves, although they all fall under that one category. And there's different ways of hair extensions, but they all fall under the same category. They're done by bonds, by different terminologies of different bonds, like keratin bond. They're done by strips. They're done by tape strips, but they all fall under the category of a hair extension or a hair weave. And you should know this also, all hair extensions, all hair weaves do also cause additional hair loss. Now, another category is wigs. Wigs, everyone knows what a wig is. A wig covers your existing hair. So when you cover your existing hair, it's not healthy for your hair because your scalp needs to breathe. So it's very important to let your scalp breathe. But that's another category of adding hair. Now, in addition to that, there's a medical category called hair transplants or hair implants. Now, that is a surgical procedure where they take hair from the back of your head, called the donor area, and they transplant it to the front of your head. And what you should know about this is that there's a mathematical problem. Nowadays, the hair transplants or hair implants are done excellent. I think they're done very well and they make them look very natural. Although, as I said before, there's a mathematical problem, and that is the donor area in back of your head is only about 25%, sometimes maybe 30% of your entire head. And the top area of where you need hair is about 75% or 70% of the needed area. So you can never have enough in a 25% area to fill up a 75% area. So that's the sort of little problem that there is, even though the work they do is done in very natural, but there's usually never enough. Now, sometimes in the very beginning, when you're starting to lose hair, there is enough because maybe you just have a very small area to fill in. So then there will be enough. But as you progressively get more thin, it'll cause a problem because they will run out of donor area, and then the area where they added hair will cause sort of an island effect. So please be aware of that. So that was the sort of last category of adding hair. So think of these different methods as not all the different names, because it'll drive you crazy because there's hundreds of different methods of adding hair. Think of them in categories. And in summary, There's hair systems or hair units. There's hair weaves and hair extensions. There's wigs, and there's hair transplants or implants. All separate categories. Okay, so please keep that in mind. So the quote for today is, "The law of belief is what makes you limitless." There is a law called the law of belief. And what it states is you become what you believe. All right, so please keep this in mind. Your beliefs is what establish you as a person and what causes you to grow as an individual. So please remember the law of belief is what will make you limitless or put caps on you. So believe in yourself and what you can do and what you can produce. So stay tuned for our next video called How to Evaluate Growing Your Hair versus Adding Your Hair. And I'll see you soon.